And welcome to another episode of Insanity here at Quick Fix Golf with all our pals. You know, like they had that song, remember with Monday Night Football? Just all my pals, all my rowdy pals come out on Monday night. We had the same thing on Wednesday night. And tonight's topic is going to be on the backswing. I combed all over YouTube to try and find this, and here's the one video I found. This guy is Steve Bann and claims to be the coach to oh crap! Now I forgot.
Dementia setting in.
That's what happens when you get old. I forgot. Somebody famous. Gives lessons to somebody famous. I forgot what the hell it was. Wait a minute. It could be. I don't know, but he's from Australia for sure. So some Australian player or something. That in fact here I can't find that page again. So anyway, I apologize, Steve, whoever you are. Hope you don't mind. The reason why we're using this guy right here right now, he's got it right. He's got it right. If you can catch on to what he's doing, maybe if you see him doing it rather than me doing it, it might make more sense to you. But he lifts to see what he does with the club. Look at this. Now the only thing I would do different. Hard to do is I wouldn't have moved that upper body. Keep the upper body perfectly still. But that's just, he's just demonstrating. Here he lifts it up. So he turns and then watch what he does. He says, don't do that. He's got the club pointed behind him. Now he says, do this. There. Now watch. Now he's going to, see, he's got this triangle right here. See that? And now he just turns his chest. Come on. He gets here and then, come on, stop with the yakking. Come on, mate. There you go. And he turns. It's perfect. Now watch, he's going to do it in the down line. Who was that? Who was the guy that got in trouble with that the president of the PGA got thrown out? What was his name? They called him a little girl. Ian Poulter. Mm-hmm. That's who he says he teaches. Ian Poulter. That's what it is. Now watch. He's going to go, boom. Get this thing the heck out of the way. Up. See? See that? See that angle right there? Watch. See that? Now watch. Come on. See? He said he's got an L with that right arm. And then he turns. He's got it right. I'm going to try and get a hold of him. And see if he'd be crazy enough to come on one of our webinars. The last thing I'll never do that again. But I'll send him this. I'll send him this and see if I can get a hold of him and send it to him and tell him, say, look, he's right on the money. I'm telling you right now, he's right on the money. If you do exactly what he's saying right there, watch the difference. Let me get this way. Here we go.
Bobby.
Yes.
That's right off of Wild Bill's video.
Yes, yep. Of course. I'm telling you.
Straight up. Right.
Exactly. Where's here's Loverboy. Now watch. He's in the same place. He's in the same place. Now watch this. Here's some dumb Cuban that just got off the boat. And even he can do it. Watch this. I'm going to hinge it up. Watch this. Come on, hinge up. Hinge up. I'm doing a little different than he's doing it, but it's the same thing, and I get to the same place. There you go. See? Look at that. From Australia all the way to Havana. This is easy. The problem is everybody thinks they have to go around themselves. Let me show you. I'll show you a couple of videos from today that I got from guys. No, not that one. Not that one. No, that's a Pitbull. Let's look at this one. Whoops. No, this one's pretty good. Give me a crummy one. Oh, that's one of the kids that we're teaching. He's doing real good. He's a great kid. He's going to be good. Here, somebody, if you're on right now, I apologize. But watch how he's going to take the club. Watch. See where the club is? Watch where he goes. See? No. If you take your right hand and you go like this, you put it right there, and then you take your left forefinger, your pointing finger, whatever they call it, and you push down on the butt of the club, and the toe will come straight up just like a seesaw. It's like, here's the seesaw thing that holds it here. You press down here, and that seesaws up, which will look like Juanchito here. See, I hinge the head up. They get the club head outside the hands. He's getting the club head. What is it Dave Morgan says? Turn it. Hold on. Let me see what he said here. What did you say, Dave? Problem is swinging the club back, but forgetting or not turning enough. I don't know. Look at Jim Furyk. Let's go look at him. Hey, Jim, where'd you go, buddy? Here he is. Now watch this. You talk about going straight up. Look at this. Fourth floor. Look at this. Straight up. See? Look at that. This is a practice round. You know how I know? Oh, no, it isn't. Look at this. It's a. I thought he was off the actual tee hitting an extra ball. Boom. See? He goes up. The club goes up, down, up, down, up, down. It don't go around. Let me see if I can find you a real good around. No, I got better ones than that. Let's see what this guy does. Come on around. There you go. See? That says his head down towards the ball, and he's going underneath the plane on the way back. It doesn't go that way. It goes this way, this way, this way. If you think of it this way, hold on. The swing goes up, down, out. Up, down, out. You want the club to go faster, it's going to go a heck of a lot faster falling down towards the ground with the help of gravity than it is trying to go around you this way. It won't go as fast. Let me see if I have another one here. I know I have one that's an around. Oops, look at this. This is pretty good. He's doing well. Oops. We don't want to use him. This is Wild thing. Boom, 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 boom. Let me see if he goes. See, he's a little bit around. He hasn't got a good, clean path to come to the golf ball now. So then he has to lead with his upper body, see? And look at him pull back up at the last second to try and square it up. And that's why he gets it on the bottom part of the golf club and it comes off real low. So let me open up the microphones for questions. Tell me what you think. You think you're nuts? That's all right. You can tell me I'm nuts. It doesn't bother me in the least. I'm married. I hear it all the time. Any questions? Don't all talk at once.
Bobby, so when your hands come down.
Go ahead.
When your hands come down, like the down, do they come straight down towards your right pocket?
Yeah, I'll tell you how they sort of go. Let me show you a picture of a guy here. And you know, and here's the thing. It's important. You could talk to 20 different tour players and they might give you 20 different answers to that question. You know, it's like you get audited by the IRS and you get 5 different IRS agents and they'll give you a different interpretation of the law. So, see what here? Look, boom. Now he might think, oh, it's like I'm sticking it in my right pocket. I feel like it won't look like it in the video, but I feel like I'm literally going that way. sort of like Sergio. Here's Sergio. But you've got to be in position to do it. And that's what I'm saying. When you take the club, if you don't lift the club up in the first place, how the hell are you going to pull down? See, watch how he's going to go. Look how high his hands are. So he's going to pull, see? And it's almost as if he's going that way. That's how I feel. But they both have, look, the same exact angle. Boom, boom, boom.
Show Sergio down the line, Bobby.
Show Sergio down the line. Oh, Sergio, come here, boy. La hostia. I got him right here. Here, I'll put him on the line for you. Oye, mira la hostia, no tiene ni idea, hombre. Vamos a la corrida del toro. Going to the bullfights. Here we go. Up this way. See? He pulls down. He pulls down. Ba-ba-boom. But you can't pull down unless you go up. See? Watch him go up. Watch. He goes here. Now watch. Up. Up. Look how high his hands are above his head.
Mr. Lopez, do you think that the high hands are created by the big shoulder turn he has?
No, it's created by the lift. What's the shoulders got to do with how high his hands go? The shoulder turn,
if your shoulders aren't on a good plane, how can you get your hands that high?
Well, look, his shoulders are this way. His arms this way. And if you look at it from the front, let me show you from the front. I understand what you're saying, but I don't know. Let me see. Hold on. What really helps with his shoulders is that he gets them turned that much. Let's see. Somebody else wrote a thing in here. I lift my head on the backswing, not aware of it, but it is obvious on video. Can this be a result of too much around and not enough up? Absolutely. I see that all the time. I see that all the time where when they go around themselves, it pulls their spine angle up, pulls their head up because it draws them around. And then they're in trouble. Absolutely. That happens all the time. In fact, God, there was a guy I just did 15, 20 minutes ago. Where'd he go? He's not here. He's not here. Where'd he go? He disappeared. Oh, I know. Wait a minute. What's his name? Oh, crap. You know, when you get old, I got to buy some of that Prevagen, whatever that stuff is they have on TV.
Raw jellyfish.
I'm amazed I remember the webinar. It's a bunch of jellyfish. You think I would eat enough of those on the way over? You just reach outside the raft and grab yourself a jellyfish, have something to eat on the way.
All right. Bobby, it
Yes,
should
sir.
be jelly beans for you.
Who?
It should be jelly beans.
Jelly beans.
Yeah.
So when he starts the downswing, is he pulling with his hands? Is putting his right elbow in place? Or
He
what
said
is
his
he actually pulling
his
with?
dad told him to pull down on a chain with both hands. So he didn't say pull on a little piece of string. He said pull down on a chain. So he insinuated something heavy that he had to pull hard.
And is he trying to keep his right elbow in against his body when he pulls?
I don't know. Let me call him. I got him on speed dial. Hold on, let me ask him. I just know that he told him, I got the actual translation. Me dijo el padre arrancar que arranque la cadera con dos manos. You know, pull down on a chain with two hands.
Do you have the sensation when you're pulling down to try to keep your right elbow against your body?
No. I think that's just a byproduct of pulling down. You know, it's going to be in close, but I don't try to. Now, that doesn't mean that that's right or wrong. It might be the next guy really needs to do that, needs to emphasize that because he's had his elbow out and behind him. If you've been going around yourself a lot, your right elbow gets behind your back. Now you have a hard time getting your elbow in front of your body. You should feel like the elbow's heading towards your belly button.
So when it comes down, what makes the club go inside out to have that little bit of draw?
Just having the club come down before the shoulders. If the shoulders get to the ball first, you're going to bleed the ball out left to right because you're going to be on an outside to in path with an open face. That's why Nicklaus said, I try to get the club to the ball before the buttons in my shirt get there.
Yeah, that's a great point. That makes a lot of sense.
See, it's not a matter of tucking in so much as getting the arms moving and having your chest wait. See, if you look at Sergio again, that's what he's so good at. He gets to here, whoops, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, his chest is here. As he pulls down, his chest is still facing that way. See, it's facing, what the heck is this? See, his chest is facing that way.
So do you almost try to hold your chest back till your hands get at the bottom?
Here you go. Here you go. Here's a perfect example right here. Here we go. Now look, this guy right here. I hope that's not the lesson itself. Watch how he's going to go. See how he went around himself? So now he's going to surge. Now he's in trouble.
Yeah.
See, and him going around himself and reaching back here really took him in this direction, and then he drives in that direction besides. So what's going to happen? The body, all this is going to be a little bit ahead, and his hands are going to be back here, rather than if we look at badly. And watch him. He's going to go, see? Look where his hands went. His club went straight back, straight up, and his hands are above his head. So now he can pull, bang. He, whoof. See? He doesn't slide forward. He doesn't go past that line. See? Gabish. Any other questions?
So what's the biggest fault to moving out of the spine angle?
Probably
taking it away wrong or lifting up.
Usually I see people pulling around themselves like I just showed you. They go around us. They're trying to get the club back around behind them, thinking that if they make this big backswing, they're going to hit the ball further. Now, you look at what Darren said when he was working with the long ball hitter. They're deliberately trying to do that. But they don't mind getting 1 out of 6 balls on the ballpark. Let's see, where did he go? Here he is. See right here, you want to see this backswing? You look at this. Look at that. Hold on, I think it's a little further than that. Oops. Now, what are your chances of hitting the center of gravity of that golf club? That's why tour players won't get in long drive contests. Ruins their swing. You can get them out of rhythm, and then they're in trouble. Any other questions?
A lot of
Go ahead.
on the tour, you see the pros not finishing the swing. Is that a deliberate thing, or is it just in the groove so good they don't need to?
They don't need to what?
Finish the swing.
What do you mean by finish? Their follow through?
Yes.
Ball's gone. The ball's gone. Now, they might have decelerated some a little bit on purpose because they were, you don't know what the shot called for. That's why you got to be real careful, because when I look at some of these videos and decide to put one in the loop, I got to be careful in that, sometimes you see a guy getting a little bit ahead of the golf ball. Well, I don't know that he wasn't dead into a really stiff wind and he's trying to get on top of it and knock it down. You don't know. So you can't just take each swing that they hit and take a video and say, okay, I want to copy that. But it at least gives you a good ballpark idea of what happens most of the time. I mean, we're not trying to make the tour here. We're just trying to at least play a lot more enjoyable golf. I don't know. Maybe there's somebody listening who wants to join the tour. I don't know. But Dennis, if you took that club back as far as he does, and you hit it pretty darn long, if you took the club back that far, I think we'd have to take you to patient first.
I'm going to go see the orthopedic surgeon next week anyways. That'd be fine.
We'd have to put you in a wheelbarrow and cart your ass over.
Yeah, 65-year-old bodies don't move like that kid does, I tell you.
Well, he's not young either. I bet he's 30 something. But he's a heck of an
Okay.
athlete and a really nice guy.
He's probably in the orthopedics office several times a year.
Do you really?
Now, I'm saying he probably is, or the PT's office, one or the other, or the chiropractor.
But it's a different kind of swing for this long drive thing, evidently. I don't know a lot about it, which I openly admit. I've never dealt with trying to teach somebody to make the world champions of the champions of the champions, and the technology has changed so much lately. Like he's got a driver that's 4 degrees, he's got this, he's got that. I mean, I could look it all up, but you know, how many times do you run into that? You know.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Wonder what his club
Brian.
hit.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
His club hit speed.
130.
I think that's what he said. Something along in there. They're aiming for 145. They said they need to be 145 to make the big time.
It's a whole lot of
Bobby,
work.
it seems
between
that you may
130 and
create. I guess he wanted to say create, and into out paths, leaving the ball going to the right, out to in pathway. Meant to say, if I don't turn enough on the backswing, I typically get cut across the bottom of the downswing. Yes, that's very possible too. Because if you don't get your shoulders turned enough, you got to have your shoulders turned enough. You got your chest facing 3 o'clock, ball's 12 o'clock, and then you pull down. Let the club pull you back around. Don't you rotate and drag the club behind you. You try to keep your chest facing 3 o'clock, and you pull down on the rope, and the club will take you around. You have no choice, I'm telling you. Any other questions?
Looked like to me in his backswing, his club was all the way in front of his left leg.
Who were you talking
Talk
about?
about head back to the 2 o'clock position, not looking at the ball. After you swing enough doing that swing, I guess you don't even have to look at the ball. The club is just going to go down through the path of the ball.
I don't look at the ball. I mean, I know that Nicklaus, I mean, he doesn't. He doesn't look at the ball. His head's looking over here this way. I feel like I'm looking this way. If anything, I look at the path that I'm taking it back. I trust that if I can get the club back on this path to right about here, the rest is a blur. The rest is a blur. It happens so fast, and I just hang on for dear life and let it rip. You know, because if I take it back here the first 18 inches or so, maybe a little further, and I get to right about there, and I know I'm on the right path, I'm looking at this path more than I am the ball. And I start it the right way. I just let the natural momentum, which is exactly what this guy here that we looked at tonight, where did he go? Oh, S. I am going to try and get a hold of him. Honest God, I don't know that he'll come on our silly webinar, but who knows? But you'll see that once you get that I'm lifting, if I'm lifting and I'm turning at the same time, in this case he's not, but if I'm lifting and turning at the same time, I should get this arc, and I know if I'm right on this arc, and I just let it keep going, let it go the other way. I don't try and control it. I just get started on the right arc, and I hang on for dear life. I just rip with it as much as I can. In balance, I don't want to sacrifice balance where the long drive guy here, he doesn't care. I'm looking for consistency and accuracy.
Bobby, when I work on this move you're talking about, I think it's a 2-part motion. It's like rubbing your stomach and patting your head. You've got to do 2 different things. You want to turn your chest, your hips, and all that, and your shoulders, but you don't want the arms to go with it, and that's what he's showing you. Don't let the arms go with the shoulders. Let them go up.
You got it. Now you got it.
Just feel like you're going to lift it up in the air like he's doing, but turn your shoulder.
If I didn't move my body, my club would just go like this. Boom, and I go bang, right there. That's what my arms do. They go bang, 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 bang. But if I incorporate a turn at the same time, I end up right there. All that is the same lift, but with a turn. And if my turn is at the same rate of speed as the lift, it'll go right up the plane. Wonder what time it is in Australia right now.
It's nighttime, Bobby.
Let's wake them up. I'm going to send this to him, and maybe he'll be willing to come on. Because I tell you what, the Aussies are the greatest guys. We had more fun with the Aussies when I was in Europe than anybody else. They were the greatest. They were so much fun. They were happy-go-lucky, and they could drink more beer than the rest of us combined, and they could all hit the ball really far. They were strong as a bull, and they were great guys. I enjoyed them. Any other questions? If not, we'll call it a night. Spit it out. But you're right on target, Jimmy. That's right on the money. That's why I think this game is so difficult for people, because baseball and tennis, they swing the bat at the same plane as the body and along with the body. Here, you're lifting while you're turning. So it's like you said, it's like your left hand's rubbing your tummy and your right arm's going up and down.
What causes the problem was two, three things I saw tonight. One, the guy gets behind, but his left knee is cooperating. Okay, but on that other student or person, they had that left knee really, into the right side. Well, the guy said, "How do I turn that far?" Turn that far because you turn your hips, you let your chest go, and your shoulders can go.
But you're talking about the long ball hitter?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't want to do that. You don't want to do what he's doing.
No, you don't want to turn as much as him, but that is a major, okay, and you want to do a minor. You want to do the same objects, but much, much smaller, I think.
Yeah, I mean, they hit 6 balls, and if they get 1 in the fairway,
right,
they get that one solid they caught, and that's the one that's going to count. Can you imagine going out to play golf and you're buying V1s and you only get 1 out of 6 in the fairway? It's going to cost you $100 to play a round of golf just in golf balls. I mean, so I'd rather be in the kind of position this guy's in right now. Steve Bann, I think is his name. Steve.
Oh, he's in a beautiful position. His left knee is kicked in. He's got a nice hip turn.
He's got good balance. He's got good balance.
And the other thing I'm showing you is he's not turning way under. He's turning more level with his shoulder. Watch his shoulder turn, nice and level. I mean, his right there. That's not way down.
No.
He's not. He's not dropping his head down. He's just making a nice little
I would suggest, if I'm, sticking my nose where it don't belong, maybe I try and get these elbows closer together.
Well, I've tried that, and you can only do that so much. It's based on, to me, what I've found, it's based off of how your arms are connected to your shoulders. Some people can get those biceps up on the pecs, and some people can't because of the way their shoulders, the flexibility in their shoulders and all that.
Right.
But I agree. I mean, but I guarantee you one thing. I bet he hits it. I bet he hits it pure. Okay, he got a nice triangle there.
Well, I'm sure he hits it good. But I thought it was a good example for you guys to see on somebody else, so you don't think it's just me saying this. I mean, he says he's teaching Ian Poulter or something.
I like what you said about lifting at the same pace you're turning.
Exactly. That gets you on perfect plane.
So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
If you're lifting at exactly the same rate of speed that your chest is turning, you'll be right on plane. Can't help it. If the arms get there faster than the chest, you're discombobulated. That's a technical term. It's a technical term, discombobulated.
Thanks for giving me kudos.
All right, gang. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Any other questions? No?
Hey, Bobby, I think it's a great idea. did tonight. I like that.
You like that? I'm going to try and get a hold of the guy. I'm going to send this to him.
I
Named
like the
Steve Bann. You can look him up on YouTube. Steve Bann. I don't mind. It doesn't bother me. Some people, I guess, some people they talk about some of these instructors and stuff that have things going. They get all offended. Oh, you went and saw so and so. Oh yeah, listen. The more you know, the better. And if you this, I don't know this guy from Adam. I just found it 2 hours ago, trying to prepare for tonight. And I said, I'm going to find somebody else. I can't be the only human being on the freaking planet that takes the club back this way. And sure enough, here's this guy. And believe me, there's others. He's not the only one. I guarantee it.
Bobby, do you want to talk about Myrtle Beach at all?
Ooh. That's why I hang around you. If you go to the website now, watch this. You go right over here. You can click on this Myrtle Beach golf trip. I put it right on the front page, and there's everything. And the prices have changed. They went down. There's Darren. The picture of Darren. We got Thursday we're gonna get there. We're just guessing around 3 o'clock. Most people will get there. We're figuring a rich audience. We got a nice little par 3 there to do a shootout, to have fun, and have a beer while you're playing. And then we're gonna have a wine and beer tasting with hors d'oeuvres and everything. And then we're gonna watch Pitbull knock the snot out of it. And then Darren and I are gonna do a clinic, and I'm gonna bring a couple of my trick shot clubs. And we'll go to the hotel. Or some of you might go to the bar. I don't know, but we'll end up at the hotel eventually. And then the next morning we'll have breakfast, and we're going to do short game instruction at Diamondback Golf Club. Then we're going to play 18 holes at Diamondback. Then we'll go back to the hotel, take a short break. Then we're going to go to the Legends concert. And then day 3, we're going to do somewhat of the same thing, but we'll do what we think most everybody needed the most. From 9:30 to 12 at what's the name of this place? Prestwick. You see the picture? That place is something, man. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we're going to play golf there, play 18 holes, and we'll go back to the hotel for a short break, and then I'm going to go off to Nick's Cigar Lounge, which is a riot. Here's their video. You click on any of these links, it'll show you a video of the most interesting man in Myrtle Beach. And we're going to go to the cigar shop there. Uh-oh, where'd everything go? Oh, crap. Look what you did. See what you made me do? Hold on. Here we go.
What was the dates of that trip?
The dates of the trip are, I'm getting right to it right now. Here we go. Down here, we go to... the dates are, and here's the prices. Single occupancy is now $699. It went down from $749. I made a mistake. Double occupancy is $579. If you know somebody that doesn't snore, you want to share a room. Locals without a room, $499. Dates available: Thursday, March 1st through Sunday the 4th. We'll go again March 15th, Sunday the 18th, and then April 12th into the 15th. And you can buy and reserve right here, right online.
How many people are going to go with each trip?
Boy, am I glad you asked that. I knew I forgot to put something on there. I'm going to put that on there. We're thinking a maximum of 12. No more than 12.
Hey, Bobby.
Yes.
Hey, that second day, you said that you're going to do some video at that Harbor View Golf.
Hold on.
And then you're going to try to play at Prestwick in the afternoon.
Oh, I'm glad you caught that. We moved that. We moved that over to Tupelo. Yeah, because we're going to do, let's see, short game instruction at Diamondback. We're actually going to go do, let me change that. It won't be that. It'll be actually golf swing video analysis and stuff at Prestwick.
Okay.
I'll change that.
I was going to say that's a long way away.
No.
Trying to do that.
We'll go to Prestwick and hit balls on the range there, and we'll bring our video gear. I don't think we'll have a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take that off of there right now. in about 2 minutes. All right? But you'll see it right there. Take a look at it. Anybody wants to come, we'd love to have you. We're going to have a good time. I guarantee it. We're going to have a good time. And we're going to make a video of the whole trip that, we'll be able to give everybody a copy.
What's the temperatures that time of year down there?
Oh, there you go. You see that? Now look at that. That one I did think of. Here's a direct link to historical data on temperatures since 1981. What do you think of them apples? And you go down here in Myrtle Beach, March, you're talking Fahrenheit, high 64, low 42. So I would say you got a pretty good shot at 65 degrees or higher. As we get into April, it's 72. So that ain't bad. That's on there too.
Thank God for global warming.
Well, you got that right. But I can tell you one thing, I guarantee you, Al Gore is not coming on this trip. unless we can set him up with a good massage parlor.
Play with.
Remember that he got in trouble with the massage parlor or something?
Was that it?
I see here like this, Bobby. Are you proposing an early wrist break in the backswing? It looks like you break your wrist earlier than Sergio. Yes. In fact, hold on here. Good question there. Good question. Who asked that question? Let me see here. Mike. All right, Mike. Good question, buddy.
Thanks.
When you look at, let me see. Here's Steve. Watch here. See this? Now watch. Watch. It's a lift. See? It's a lift with the forearms and a hinge. See that? Now, if you watch me doing the drill, which might be what you're talking about, see? This is a drill. So lots of times in a drill, I will overcook it.
Okay.
On purpose. Whoops. Yeah, I don't hinge that high when I'm actually hitting a golf ball.
Okay.
And that's the problem. As you start that club backwards, if you don't start hinging right away, you'll be late. You'll go underneath the plane. That's how you get back and around yourself. So I almost feel like I'm hinging it right off the golf ball, but when it really happens, it doesn't look that way. It is, and it isn't that way. Because the club's starting back, so you're trying to hinge while the club's going backwards, and if you can get the two rates of speed identical, that's why I say once I get the club back the first 18, 20 inches, if I got the hinge and the turn and everything on tempo, perfect rhythm, then I just let it keep going. I just let it keep going and hang on. I swing with the rhythm, Babalo. All right, you guys, go to bed.
All righty. Thanks, Bobby.
Go be nice to your wives and everything. What do we have to mail audience, huh?
That's correct.